Minister, there's no way in which we're not going to question the composition and the criteria of that independent panel, because ultimately it played a pivotal role in the predicament we find ourselves in. So if you're going to give us a report with an independent panel that played such a pivotal role, and subsequent to that you're going to say you're not going to disclose who those people are, neither the criteria that you used and all of those things, it's of public interest that we know who that panel is and what criteria you used to select that panel, because ultimately that's why we find ourselves in this predicament. So I'm going to again ask you, Minister, what criteria did you use to select your panel? What was their, or well, you did explain their role here in the presentation. So I want to know what criteria you used and who those people are.
Honorable Msezana, I think I need also to bring to attention that King 4 report on corporate governance 2014, as well as the recommendations by Auditor General, indicated to the Minister when we had an engagement after my appointment, some of the shortcomings and weaknesses that they pick up in our post-school education and training system, to say we don't have a clear process in terms of our appointments. That's why in the previous audit cycle, there was a finding around the appointments of the boards. And then they advised that we should have a clear process in place. They understand that Minister is empowered by the legislation to actually appoint the boards. However, you cannot just read one legislation, not linking it with another legislation, because this is a corporate environment. I had to also apply King 4 report on corporate governance, where it empowers the Minister to also appoint an independent panel. But who accounts in Parliament is the Minister of Higher Education. Those processes were done on my behalf. For instance, if I can come with a report done by CHE, I will be saying when I present it, this is my report. Those were South African citizens, very professional, highly qualified, seasoned representatives of the country who have been in the space for quite some time. Thank you.
Minister, no one is contesting what you are empowered to do and what you're not empowered to do. Here we're dealing with people's lives, young people in particular. You selected the people that you selected in your criteria, which you do not want to disclose. But our people deserve to know what criteria you used and who those people were. Because you are saying that these people are
I indicated that amongst the issues that I checked on the criteria was their experience, leadership experience, their qualifications, their understanding of the sector, as well as reputation, credibility. I wanted people with who believe in good governance principles. Those are the kinds of people that oversee the process. We, together with the NSFAS process, which produced the product that every citizen is happy about in South Africa. So it's the same team that is helping me. It is still going to help me because I believe they possess the skills and competences that I need for me to execute my responsibilities.
Now, Minister, seemingly this is going to turn to a dialogue where you don't respond, but you just play around words. So these people did this amazing job for you that you ultimately account for, and they remain ghost people that we must not know who they are. Neither that criteria, because that criteria is something else. But I still maintain we want to know who those people are.
I'm saying I was executing my responsibilities as empowered by the Skills Development Act. The oversight role of the committee is to look at the performance of the entities, not to scrutinize the provisions in the act that empowers the minister to execute her responsibility. This is a prerogative of the minister. It lies with the Minister of Higher Education.
No, thanks, Minister. I'll proceed. At least we have you on record on all of that. Thanks. Maybe my parting shot, because I think it's also going to be a problem, but do you think, Minister, in all that you're empowered to do, you can finish us with a vetting report that you got from the MIE that does vetting of these people?
I don't have any problem, Chairperson, to share the vetting report with the portfolio committee. I'm going to share it with your office, Chairperson.
And
before now it's Friday, before the end of next week, you are going to get it, Chair.
No, thanks. And since you also said on record that there was at least only 2 young people, youth to be precise, that were qualifying out of all these 573 candidates, I would really take time for myself to, without any independent panel that is not known, to just go through these applications. If you could so kindly also share the applications of these candidates to us. Thank you.
We wouldn't mind, Chair, to share the master list with the portfolio committee. When I bring to your attention the vetting report, I'll also attach the master's list because there's nothing that we want to hide.
Thank you very much, Minister, and your department. Thank you very much, Slal.
No, thank you very much. When they do, and I share it with you, colleagues, let's just be careful with it. It's that thing will have people's ID numbers. Yeah, so we must not be reckless in sharing it.
They're going to share,
yeah, then, yeah, let's.
Chair.
Yes.
I can see that.
Chair, but before I share, I'm also going to look at the POPIA Act before I take this decision. But if then it allows me to do so, I'm going to share. If it doesn't allow, it requires particular processes to be followed, I will be awaiting for the portfolio committee to furnish me with those processes that they must follow for them to acquire this information. Thank you.
Thanks, Chair. Maybe on that, I mean, the minister and the department has already shared this information with the public. This was broadcasted nationally and internationally, so I do not understand which, or is it the other section, you know, but be that as it may. Please protect me, Minister.
Yeah,
please protect me. I understand the relations with the Minister, but please protect me.
Let's allow Honorable Sazana. He's still within his right to speak.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Chair. There was one question I think I skipped here, Chairperson. Minister, we appreciate the fact that you said you listened to the outcry of the public. It's really commendable of you and your department. I'm sure it's within your powers, as you indicate. But I want to give you a scenario where these candidates reapply again. And they're still qualifying, of course, as you have said, and obviously coordinating officer Ubabungubane has indicated that they are highly qualified. They reapply. There's no new applications if they are, but they still are the ones that are outstanding. What do you do? Do you again appoint them, or do you set them aside because the public is not happy with these current candidates? What do you do in that scenario?
I think it's misinformation to say the public is not happy about those profiles. The public is not happy to hear that some of them, they are associated with political organizations. Not all those professionals. We're not going to allow a situation where we're going to tarnish the image of reputable people because of our own problems of political association. Because it is not legislated, I will be asking the panel to say, amongst the issues that they must consider this time around, is to make sure that the outcome is balanced. It is not dominated by political associated individuals. It doesn't mean these people are going to be set aside. They're not allowed to apply. They are allowed to apply. They are allowed by the Constitution to participate in each and every activity that is taking place in the country as citizens of this country. We cannot breach the Constitution because there are people that we do not like or we do not love. Those are highly educated people in South Africa, daughters and sons of the soil. Because of our own differences as political parties, we cannot just tarnish their images. They worked for those degrees. They worked to build their profiles. We cannot just take that thing for granted. They've invested in their growth and development. If they feel they are still interested to raise their hands, they have a right in terms of the Bill of Rights to be nominated by their organizations. No one is setting those people aside. The only thing that I've done is to withdraw their appointments. We are reopening and recalibrating the process.
Thank you very much, Minister, for your extended response. Ngiyabonga, Chairman.
No, thanks. No, I wanted to address this point first. I'm going to give you
sorry, Chair, so that maybe I also finish it. When you look at the Gazette, it is clear. It says candidates who were nominated in response to the previous Gazette may be renominated if they are still willing to be considered for appointment as SETA chairpersons. It is on the Gazette, Chair.
No, thank you very much. I was saying, I wanted to correct something earlier on, that if we agree with the minister to share the advert, the applications will have people's personal details on them, like your ID, your home address, and this profile did not have those. So that is why this one was easier to do. But this ones have got. So I want to, I think maybe what you must do, Minister, maybe because you might have more resources than us. So you can take out the advert, but close out the ID numbers. I don't know, close out ID numbers, address, contact details of those people. And no, you give us the application with where you've faded out the identities of these people, including contact details, ID numbers, so that at least that is protected. We don't infringe on their, because people, if somebody shares it out there and they now know who the chairperson of services SETA stays, or the person who was appointed, and they've seen where they work, they probably have been looking for their house address and they get it, then they harm them. So I don't want us to be complicit to those things. So when you give it to us, close out your personal information, your full name, full names you live, but the ID number, the contact details, the home address, work address, those ones you closed out, the ones that are personal.
Maybe, Chair, I think maybe I did not get what the portfolio committee requires. I thought they require the master list. It's easy to remove those columns with those details from the master list. If then you need CVs and applications with the full of documents that people attach, you can't get those next week. It's a process for us to take CV by CV, and it means we need to apply POPIA Act. If you need that very sensitive, confidential information, person by person, then we follow those due processes. I thought we are only looking for a master list where we're going to just delete the column that speaks on the contact details and the address. But if you need the boxes, It's going to take some time for us to work CVs by CV, document by document, even removing from certificates and. Needs a lot of work. I thought you are looking for a master list. If then you are looking something beyond that, honestly, we have to apply POPIA Act. Because even myself, I wouldn't love to see my CV, my certificates, my marriage certificates, my IDs being shared on social media, because as the portfolio committee, we have been doing that, sharing every information on the social media. So we have to apply POPIA Act if you want, if really that's what you want. I thought you were looking for a master list, Chair.
I don't think we're hearing each other. Desiree?
Chair, morning, Minister and colleagues. Apology for
It's
being...
actually afternoon now, Desiree.
Yeah. I think Minister must not take us around the world. There's a list. That list has got which SETA, title name, credentials. What we need is the qualifications. There's a column for that when you apply, I'm sure. We don't need the ID number. If you just look at the voters roll, you'll get your date of birth, and at the end, 08 asterisks. In between, nobody can be traced. That's how government actually operates, and private sector as well. We don't provide addresses, contact numbers, and IDs. I think we are interested in that list, which has been around the world, and we want to see the qualifications. That's it. It's very simple.
Thank you, Honourable Lonzi.
I was rising on a point here to say, can we cut the minister, because you'll end up cutting us because of time, unless she doesn't mind staying here until 6 p.m. But her responses are very long. I don't know now, because she's leaving and my questions are directed to her, and it's my turn. She wants to go to the bathroom. Maybe you can give someone else, and then I'll come back when she's back.
Oh, no, it's fine. We'll take a 5-minute break. Yeah. No. Honourable Lonzi has long said he's going to assist me to check. No, we'll take a 5 minutes break.